Let's talk about another concept. That's concept of super. Well, is also important. It's very, very important in, well, in Python OOP or object oriented. Now let's assume that this user might have some, well, attributes or variables, like we want to have init functions for, and for example a user will have this email, and self dot email will be email. It's very, very nice. And how to access this? The access to this email is very easy, but you know that this email is part of this main class, not, well, subclass. So in subclass we want to access. How we can do that? For example, this wizard want to have the same thing. Well, one way is like we want to have this, and self dot email as email. Well, what is the difference? Because we already have it here. And what's the need to just define this variable, or what's the need to have this attribute here as well? So this is not a great approach, or this is not, well, a good coding. Now, for example, we want to have the same thing, like I just want to access it here, and I want to have it like user, well, init. I want to access the init function of the user, self dot, well, email. I want to access this from this like user and access the init method and then this email. Well, it works fine, but it is also even not a great approach. Let's have it here. For example, wizard1 dot email. Will it work fine? Missing one required positional. Okay, it looks well, but how it looks when we have this? See, anything. But here it says that Merlin, okay, we want to have it here like Merlin at gmail.com is true. See, what is the error? Well, attribute as a wizard object has no attribute email. Why it is like that? Email, we have accessed it. We have this, well, email from there. But why it is not, well, it doesn't show there? So let's see. I want to, well, have this super. After this, I just want to call this super method and not needed this, well, email here. That's email. Well, it looks fine. We have accessed this email. So this keyword, super keyword, works very, very importantly here, because we have accessed this email here as variable or attribute. We just call it attribute. And we have this super method, and, well, after this we just access the init and this email. We do not need self here, so we can access it here, email wizard. For the wizard one we have this email, so it's very, very great.